Hey there, comic book fans. I am back again from the comic shop this week on a Wednesday instead of my usual Thursday, 2 Wednesdays in a row. And it's a light week for me, only 4 comics, but I got a bunch of free junk here to show you. I don't even know what this is. It's Stan Lee's final East Coast appearance. And I just pick this stuff up, the freebie stuff up, and give it a look, and then get rid of it usually. But sometimes I just throw it in a pile. I have a pile of this freebie stuff. There's that, and there's First Strike, IDW, a Hasbro comic book event. Yeah, Transformers, G.I. Joe. They were all. I was too old for them when the cartoons came out, so I never got into them. So I'll never ever. Oh, there's the checklist of it: G.I. Joe, Mask, Micronauts, ROM, Optimus Prime, First Strike, First Strike. I'll never get any of those, but what the heck. I'll look through the preview, and I just got, these are the 25-cent Walking Deads. Though I still have 5 of them here. I wrap, he gave those to me for free too, just because he's got he had a short box and a half full of these still out. And maybe a half a short box full of these new Saga 25-cent ones. I'll wrap some Bristol board around it and make my own sketch covers out of them. Alright, let's start off with Britannia. We Who Are About to Die, issue 3 of a 4-issue mini. Nice little watercolor piece. I've been enjoying this one because it's a period piece. It takes place in ancient Rome with our detectioner here, one of the first detectives out. There's some weird, there's also some mystical aspects to this. So some crazy god cult has gone wrong and is killing Roman noble children, so this guy's trying to figure out what's happening. And I like this lush, what is his name, Juan Jose Rip art. Peter Milligan writing it, Frank Darmada on the colors. Let's see, who's lettering this thing? Come on, you gotta have credits in here. I think my buddy Dave Sharp is doing a bit of lettering for Valiant now, and this may be one of his books. If only I could find the credits. Can't find the credits, imagine that. But I think my buddy Dave Sharp is lettering this stuff. And in the back we also have these nice essays on history. Bloody Spectacles, the history and reality of Rome's gladiators. I actually like this stuff because I'm a big history fan. So I'm always up for an extra little article in the back about history. But it's there was Britannia was the first mini, and this is the second. Check them out sometime. And now Department H continues, issue number 15. We're getting closer to, I think it's supposed to end somewhere in the early 20s. There's our wraparound. Aha! The pit becomes another eye to that eye. This one's always interesting. You know what? It's so different from Mind Management that it's hard to talk about. There's a lot of storytelling in this because it started out as a locked room murder mystery, which is still going on, but it's not a locked room anymore. Then it turned into survival horror as these people try to survive. But since it's a mystery, we're getting tons and tons of backstory on these, 7, 8 characters who could have murdered her father. So there's it's an interesting book, but like I said, there's as much backstory to this book as there is front story, I guess you'd call it. So that's a weird thing, I think. It takes a little getting used to, but I'm enjoying Department H. I like Matt and Charlene Kint. I like it. Mind Management, their first one was really good. So is this. I like Matt Kint as a writer-artist better than I do as a writer, so this is good stuff. And here we go with Jackpot, issue number 6. I was just wondering who did this. I think this is a Brian Steelfreeze cover. Pretty interesting. Yeah, there's his name there. Underneath the dice, Steelfreeze. Oh, or does it go that way? I can't even tell which way. He's been doing the covers on these, but I particularly like this one. That green is nice, looking like the table. Now this started out as a heist book and turned into this time travel book, and now it's this weird cosmic matrix book. It is just so strange. I think this might be the last. I don't know. I'm not sure if these are miniseries or not from Aftershock, because Captain Kidd turned into a 5 or 6 issue series. I don't know if this one's continuing or not, but I'll be like, it's just turned so weird. It has to pull out of that weirdness at some time and end or get back to reality, I would think. So, but we'll see. Like I said, this book has all sorts of. It's about cosmic weirdness. Is the only way I can describe it now. And the last one of the week is Invincible, the end of all things, part 5 of 12. When it reaches part 12 of 12, Invincible as a series will end. The best superhero, and this has been, I mean, it's a big, huge cosmic battle they're ramping up for, and the big, huge cosmic battle participants are headed to Earth. They were just out in deep space. Invincible is always, if you like a good superhero book, pick up any trade, any issue of Invincible you can, and give it a read, because this is really good stuff. I've been collecting the Ultimate Editions because I was a little late to it. I think I first started reading Invincible around issue 6 or 7, so then I decided not to get the issues, but to get the oversized hardcovers, and that's what I've been doing until just last year, I think it was. I was like, you know what? I want to start buying the issues. So I have, and now it's ending, so I'll only have a few issues. But I think there's two or maybe 3 Ultimate Editions left to come out, but I'll get those 2 eventually someday to finish up my hardcover collection. But meanwhile, I will read Invincible month to month. And finally, we'll end with a few of my sketch covers, just because I was looking through these the other day. God, I didn't realize how many of them I did. But I've probably shown these off before, but it was ages ago. There's a Walking Dead 109. I just drew a crazy fashion zombie on it. Occasionally I would buy, I thought it was ages ago now, occasionally I would buy these Marvel sketch covers just to draw on them. There's an all-new Hawkeye in my Buckethead style. This one was a wraparound when I did this one. Did this one 3/10/15. So a couple of years ago now. I don't even know who that is. She was the female Hawkeye I saw in the book, so I drew a Buckethead version of her. And this was the only issue of Black Science I got. I just wanted to draw monsters on it. So once again, I did this one wraparound. There's a monster on the front and a monster on the back, and they connect. So I put the backing board in the middle just so I can see both sides. Just so I could show you both sides. So there you go. Some comics, a little bit of artwork, and you guys have a good week out there.